never chose. They follow beliefs they never questioned. They live lives designed for them by others. Nietzsche saw this over a century ago, and he revealed the dark psychological truths that explain why most people will always remain slaves, and why only a few ever rise above. These are the kind of truths that separate slaves from masters, and once you hear them, you can never go back. And I'll be honest with you, most people will not finish this video. The weak will leave because the truth is too heavy. The slaves will click away because deep down they want to remain slaves, but a rare few will stay. They'll confront what others run from, and those few will see the world as it really is. The question is, which one are you? Most men are terrified of standing alone, so they hide in the safety of the crowd. But safety has a price, and the price is slavery. The herd thinks it protects you, but what it really does is erase you. Your opinions, borrowed, your beliefs, handed down, your choices, pre-approved. The crowd promises belonging, but what it gives you instead is a leash. Look at yourself. Do you believe what you believe because you chose it, or because the herd told you to? Every time you follow the crowd, you trade freedom for comfort, and comfort is the coffin of the individual. So you have to ask yourself, are you truly a man, or just the echo of the herd? Most men don't need chains to be slaves. They choose their own prison, and they call it comfort. Nietzsche saw the truth. Men would rather be safe than free. They give up their strength, their fire, their ambition, all to avoid risk, fear, or pain. They trade the chance of greatness for the guarantee of comfort. But comfort is nothing more than a velvet cage. Think about your own life. Every time you avoided risk, every time you played it safe, wasn't that the moment you bent your own neck to the collar? The slave obeys because he fears pain. The master risks pain because he craves freedom. So ask yourself, are you living or just avoiding danger? Because comfort doesn't make you safe, it makes you weak. Men say they want the truth, but when it stares them in the face, they run, because truth is not light. Truth is fire. Most men can't handle reality, so they build illusions, fragile stories to protect them. Religion, politics, morality, all shields against the raw brutality of life. But every shield is a lie. Look inside yourself. What lies are you clinging to? What truths are you too afraid to admit? Do you tell yourself you're free while obeying rules you never chose? Do you tell yourself you're good because the herd told you what good means? The truth is not comfortable. The truth burns. But if you let it burn away the illusions, what remains is strength. So the real question is, do you want to live in illusions, or do you dare to face the fire of truth and be reborn? The weak cannot fight you openly, so they poison you in secret. They call it morality, but it is nothing more than envy dressed as virtue. Nietzsche exposed a hidden weapon of the weak, resentment. When they cannot rise above you, they pull you down. They redefine strength as evil. They call obedience good. They glorify humility, pity, and sacrifice, not because they are virtues, but because they are the only weapons the weak can wield. Think about it. When someone told you to be humble, was it for your good or theirs? When someone called you selfish, was it because you were wrong or because you were strong? Every time you let the weak shame you into obedience, you hand them your power. So the weak will always hate the strong. But the real tragedy is when the strong start believing them. Will you let resentment chain you, or will you rise above their poisoned virtues? Men are not bound by chains. They are bound by guilt, invisible, inescapable, a curse planted by others. Guilt was invented to break men, not to make them moral, but obedient. Priests, rulers, the weak, taught men to hate their instincts, to feel shame for desire, to feel guilty for strength. When you feel guilty for being yourself, you don't need chains. You enslave yourself. Think about it. The times you stopped yourself, not because it was wrong, but because you felt guilty. That was the chain, not morality, a weapon. If they can make you guilty for your power, you will give it away yourself. Every rule you obey, every good you believe, every evil you fear, was written not for you, but against you. Morality is not divine, not universal. It is a weapon of the weak to chain the strong. The strong live by instinct, the weak tremble. So they invent rules. Power is evil, submission is good, and they teach these lies until even the strong believe them. Ask yourself, do you believe in morality, or are you obeying rules made to keep you weak? The truth, morality is not about right or wrong. It is always about control, and only when you see the mask do you reclaim your power. Every living thing reaches, climbs, fights, not for survival, not for peace, but for one thing only, power. Forget what they taught you. Life is not about happiness, not love, not survival. Every cell, every instinct wants to dominate, expand, impose. The strong rise because they seize power. The weak don't fall, they kneel. Ask yourself, each day, are you gaining power or losing it? Every compromise, every silence, every submission surrenders your will. The world belongs to those who dare to take it. So Nietzsche's truth is simple. You are climbing or you are being climbed on. There is no middle ground. You act civilized, you smile, you obey, but inside, something else watches, something wild, older than morality, the beast. Beneath every man is not a saint, but a beast, and the greatest lie is that the beast is gone. It isn't. It's buried. Every fake smile, every swallowed rage, every forbidden desire, that was the beast. And the more you deny it, the stronger it grows, because what you repress owns you. You are not moral pretending to be an animal. You are an animal pretending to be moral. And when you stop pretending, you will never see yourself the same again. There's a darkness inside you. The thoughts you don't admit, the desires you don't confess, the rage you bury. But the deeper you bury it, the deeper it buries you. The tyrant you hate, the coward you mock, the liar you despise, they all live within you. Fight them long enough, and you become them. Think carefully. Don't the people you despise most remind you of your own secret fears? The abyss is not out there, it's inside you, watching, waiting, pulling. Nietzsche's mirror is merciless. You are not so different from the monsters, and in trying to destroy them, you risk becoming one. You think you are yourself, but you are just fears, habits, lies. That self is your prison. And Nietzsche's final truth is this: if you want to be free, you must kill the version of yourself you are today. Most men avoid pain, risk, challenge, but every escape from suffering is an escape from growth. Strength is forged in fire. Greatness is born in destruction. Ask yourself, how much of your life is wasted protecting a weak version of you? The habits, excuses, fears, all corpses you drag around and call identity. The fire is waiting, but will you step into it or run from the flames? You are not meant to remain as you are. You are meant to be broken, burned, rebuilt, only by destroying the man you are. Can you give birth to the man you were meant to be? You've just heard Nietzsche's darkest truths. Most will ignore them. They'll go back to sleep, back to slavery, but a rare few will feel the fire. If you felt fear, it was the slave inside you, begging to stay alive. But if you made it this far, maybe you are not like the rest. Nietzsche is only the beginning. There are deeper secrets of power, control, and the human mind. Truths so dangerous they were banned, silenced, erased, and if you dare, we'll uncover them together. So the question is simple: will you return to the herd, or step further into the abyss and see how deep it goes? If you dare, subscribe, because what comes next is darker